Hello everybody. Today's lesson is about the 20th century. Today we'll try to illustrate more details about the 20th century and the events that happened there. So let's start. Here the content of this presentation or of this video. We'll try to talk about history of early 20th century, the 20th century art, modernism, William Butler Yeats, T.S. Eliot, Virginia Woolf, James Joyce. We will try to talk about them and about or in detail. Here, the history of early 20th century, radical advancement of society of science and technology, development of technology. The first boat airplane was invented by Wright brother. The first practical telephone, patented by Alexander Graham Bell. Commercial radio broadcasting began in the 1920s, which became an important mass media for entertainment and news. The television was made practical by John Logie Baird. And we have expansion of knowledge, interpretation of dream by Sigmund Freud was published by 1900. The effect of the theory of evaluation developed by Darwin. As a result, creation and confusion in values of ethics and morals. Also, we have here the history of early century, also in 1901 and 19 to 1910, the region of the King Edward VI here, the air was prosperous. However, there are growing forces of discontent and resentment. A lot of crises with serious social and political instability arising from the Irish crisis, labor unrest, the women's suffrage. The Edwardian era existed in the Twilight Zone. At the time, the balance of power in so many areas was shifting in Europe. Also, we have in 1910 the sections of the George to the throne established the modern pattern of the exemplary conduct for British royalty. He tried to continue the popularity of the monarchy. All the traditions were being challenged everywhere. The greatest industry in Britain history in 1911. Also, we have here during the 20th century the World War First, which is talking about the Central Power and Allied power. Here in details, World War, which is started at first in the 1914 until 1918. That's mean 4 years. But here, by the end of the war, the German Empire, Russian Empire, Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the Ottoman Empire had ceased to exist. The war had been won by Britain and its allies, but at terrible human and financial cost, creating sentiment that war should never be fought again. Social states, what happened exactly thereafter the war? Because of the lack of manpower, women took on many traditional males' rules. The war saw declines in civilian consumption. which led to economical growth. Also here in 1921, independence of the Southern Ireland from Britain, Anglo-Irish Treaty of December 1921 established the Irish Free State. 1928, women's suffrage, women over the age of 21 are given the vote. In 1929, the Great Depression originated in the United States in late 1928. And we have the Great Depression here, recovering from the World War I, unemployment, there is no job, local government payments, also it is difficult to pay for the employing the politics. Also here conservative party was dominate. Labour Party was seriously hot here. Also we have the World War II, the most global war in history. 100 million people in 30 countries dead. They participate, but 85 million people died. First, in nuclear bombing, here also used it. We have here the countries which they are participating in this war: Germany, Italy, Japan, against Great Britain, France, China, the Soviet Union, the United States. So we have here also World War II causes and resolved task in World War I, Great Depression, tension among nations. Aftermath: United Nations, European market, European economy had collapsed. Marshall Plan, impact, casualties and war crimes, concentration camps, slave labor and genocide, home front and production, advance in technology and warfare. This is about impact. And here also main feature, 20th century had a huge change in the mode and meaning of artist production. The break with academic values re-evaluated aesthetics, technique, color, media, and so on. The Decision movement, Fauvism, Cubism, Expressionism, Futurism, and so on. 20th century was the stage for some of the greatest modern artists in the history. Also we have Fauvism, that's mean derived from the French world best. Primitivism movement centered in Paris in the 19th or 20th century. Well-known Fauvism first, Henri Matisse and André Derain. Here we have also well-known artists here, Pablo Picasso. He is Spanish artist. He picked up the gauntlet of Capucin. Famous work, the Mosella Avignon. This is in the French language. I'm not good in the French language. Here we have also primitivistically documents interest in Africa Mask. Here we have Futurism, an Italian movement in 1920 based on fascinating movement, technology, and machinery. So here Modernism also we have the philosophical movement that along with the cultural trade and change arose from wide scale and far-reaching transformation in Western society in the late 19th and early 20th century. Among the factors that shaped modernism were the development of modern industrial society and the rapid growth of cities or cities, followed then by the honor of World War First. We have about the modernism, but we don't care about it. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.